Hello world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to codingscientist.com. One of a kind series again. Once again, it's not going to be a surprise for all my students and viewers around the world. This is a special series called Maya of machine learning, deep learning and artificial intelligence. Alright guys, so why did I name this as Maya? Well, there is a little bit of background which I would like to slightly divert your attention into the actual magic of machine learning. So let me give you a quick demo, then I will walk you through what exactly is this series all about. So let's take a looky here. I am going to open up my IDE and run a simple gesture recognition algorithm which can detect your finger movements and tell what exactly it is. So you can classify whatever you want, but basically it's a magic, it's a Maya, right? That's why I named it as Maya of machine learning, deep learning and artificial intelligence. So let's take a look at it here, guys. So this is a pretty simple algorithm to run your hand gesture recognition. You can classify each of your finger however you want, and probably you can also trigger a sensor or a motor or a relay switch or any kind of electronic devices with the gates movement of each and every finger. I am going to teach you all those stuffs at a later stage, but this is just an introduction about Maya of machine learning. Anyways, so guys, that's enough for the magic. Now let's move on to what exactly I am going to start about in this particular series. So Maya, as you guessed it, it's a magic, right? So most of you guys, those who have been following my different series of lessons in AI and robotics and IoT and stuff, I hope you guys got a pretty good hang on Python programming and C++ programming, because getting into machine learning, deep learning and AI requires significant amount of hands-on coding experience. Especially in Python, it's a pretty simple scripting skills if you understand C++ only. So the prerequisite for this particular session is going to be hands-on knowledge on C++ or Python. Now the good news is, those of you who do not have any experience in programming, no knowledge about coding, do not worry. I'm going to share the entire source code and the libraries and the packages and the configurations and settings to get you fast track into the machine learning and deep learning and artificial intelligence stuff. So don't worry guys, unless until you want to get deeper, you might follow a couple of my other series which is going on parallelly. So let's move on. Let me show you what exactly we are going to learn. So I'm going to start with introduction to machine learning, deep learning and artificial intelligence. So basically, we will start with creating a basic AI application, preferably, a chatbot kind of thing using Dialogflow. So Dialogflow is a pretty powerful algorithm by Google. So I'm going to show, excuse me, I'm going to show how to use Dialogflow and create your own chatbot and deploy those chatbot either in Raspberry Pi or Jetson Nano or on your standalone Windows laptop on your machine, right? And most importantly, I will show you very important Python libraries and the packages which are used for building your algorithm using your AI, machine learning and deep learning algorithms. These are pretty important stuff, right? Without that, you may not be able to build your AI application or any of the machine learning or deep learning applications. So I will also touch upon some basics of Python programming, of course, very basic like syntaxes and stuff like that, but I may not get into detail because this is a pretty much fast track course, specially designed for, academics, professors, the PhD professors and senior students in final year engineering who wants to connect with the industry experience, right? So that's the goal, that's the ultimate goal. And then I will also move on to the computer vision aspects, where you will get a pretty good introduction about OpenCV, the computer vision, right? And how to install the computer vision on your laptop, on your Jetson Nano device and Raspberry Pi device. So we will be using, the Jetson Nano as well as Raspberry Pi both. I'm going to show you how to play around with these two devices, running multiple algorithms and deploy on the edge. Those of you who do not have Raspberry Pi or Jetson Nano, do not worry, you can follow these sessions on your laptop itself. And then I will walk you through detecting moving objects. You can track any kind of objects which is around your environment, and you can track behind that. So that's one of a magic, right? That's one of the Maya of OpenCV using the computer vision algorithm. And then we will move on to face detection and face recognition as well. And also I will show you how to recognize your face with a bounding box on left and right x-axis and y-axis, and you can move around along. So that's widely applicable in robotics field, where the computer visions are used for your robotic eyes, right? So facial recognition again followed by that, and then we will work on object tracking and using hue saturation concepts, which is part of your OpenCV library. And then we will build a project on face emotion recognition, which is pretty interesting project. So it's going to be hands-on. I'm going to show you how to build line by line code and combine the packages, install the libraries, run the algorithm, and do some magics, the Maya, right? And then we will move on to the next topic, that is the deep learning, which is pretty complex in the industry. Well, if you think it's complex, it is complex. But if you think it's going to be easy, you can do it. I'm there with you. I will walk you through line by line codes. I will walk you through step by step, absolutely zero to hero series, right? That's my favorite line quote. So we will start with introduction to deep learning, how to install the deep learning libraries and stuff like that. And then we will move on to building your first artificial neural network, not the natural neural network, but an artificial neural network. I'm going to teach you about the input layers and the hidden layers and the output layers, and then assign the weights and see how the outputs are recognized. And there are various mathematical computational formulas. But of course, we will not be getting into the details of the computational formulas, because that requires deep level of statistical analysis and stuff like that. So I'm going to just give you the algorithm, and then I'll show you how to configure it and play around. Remember guys, this particular course is a fast track course. It's a hands-on skill development course where a final year engineering graduate or probably a PhD professors want to get a hands-on, or maybe a hobbyist or a product designer, a product developer, or even a full stack developer who does not have any knowledge on AI, ML, DL can opt for this course and start productizing, start building an AI application or product. Anyways, so we will move on to the image classification and hand gesture, which I just showed you a demo. And also we will do some projects on leaf disease detection, which is widely used in the agriculture industry, right? So we can build a couple of applications using that particular area. And also I will show you how to build a character recognition using CNN, convolutional neural network, which is widely used across the AI industry. And then I will also walk you through the label reading using optical OCR, optical character recognition, and also probably I will touch upon the barcode recognition and the QR code recognition as well. And also we will try to build some projects around vehicle detection, which is widely used in the traffic by the traffic police department, and also recognize the license plate for the two-wheeler, for four-wheeler, for trucks and auto rickshaws and any kind of vehicles, right? So we will start collecting some data and use Kaggle as the platform. We will collect the free data which is available in Kaggle, and we will train those number plates into our algorithm, and I'll show you how to do the detection, right? And then drowsiness detection project, again using deep learning framework. I will also show you road sign recognition using deep learning frameworks, right? So it's going to be pretty interesting, guys. It's going to be, I'm trying to combine your 3-4 years of course, a BTech course in artificial intelligence, into just about couple of videos, right? Couple of lessons. You will straight get hands-on into building your ML, DL and AI application. So enough of this. So let's move on, and then I will touch upon machine learning aspects, like it's going to be introduction to machine learning, how to install the machine learning libraries, and then I will show you how to deploy and evaluate the data structures using various ML models, right? And we will build some projects on fake news detection and AI snake game, which is going to be interesting again. So these types of projects I'm going to show you line by line, step by step, zero to hero. So that's what you're going to learn in terms of machine learning aspect. And then we will move on to NLP, which is again a very popular topic across the AI tree, right? So natural language processing. I'm going to introduce you to the NLP terminologies and how to install the NLTK library, which is a pretty complex algorithm, of course. And there are a bunch of associated libraries along with the algorithm, NLTK algorithm. So it's a pretty tricky, it gets really tricky when you start installing NLTK on Windows as well as on Linux. So I'm going to show you both Windows and Linux, and most importantly we will be installing in Jetson Nano and Raspberry Pi. So it's going to get really interesting, guys. And we will also build a speech emotion analysis using NLP. So that's going to be another interesting project you will build hands-on along with me by watching this particular tutorial. So, and then finally, last but not the least, so we are going to I'm going to show you how to oops, something wrong with my video. Let me just reduce the size of this. There you go. So I'm going to show you how to deploy the entire AI project onto the cloud as well as on the edge. So when I say cloud, we are going to use AWS. I'm going to show you how to set up an AWS environment with your free account, and then I will show you how to build a cloud-based artificial intelligence application. Primarily we'll be using object recognition, object classification, object detection and stuff like that with a bounding box. So you can remotely deploy anywhere, on the cloud. So you can deploy your project in the US and do the analysis and monitoring from India. So all those things I'm going to show it to you. And then we will also use those, instead of cloud, I will show you on the edge. So when I say edge, it's basically Jetson Nano and Raspberry Pi. So these are the two devices we will be using. I'll try to introduce the neural compute stick as well. So that's going to get more interesting. So anyways, guys, so this is a pretty high level introduction to the Maya of machine learning, deep learning and artificial intelligence. So guys, it's a pretty interesting, tutorial, and I strongly recommend take up this course. If you have a good knowledge on Python and C++, it's pretty good. Even if you don't, do not worry. You can ask me questions. I will straight away walk you through step by step. You can directly start building the algorithms and, start using the applications. But you will have to probably take the codes from me, all the source codes and the libraries and the binding files, and then you deploy on your machine. So I'm going to share all the source codes, the configurations, the libraries, and the step-by-step systematic approach. So do not worry, guys. I will see you soon. This is going to be a long running series, the Maya of machine learning and deep learning. Goodbye.